I'm Camila from Mount TV, and today I'm here with Katy. She's from Germany. She has been here for 5 years, and she's the founder of Mind Your Karma. Hi, how are you?
Hi Camila, I'm good.
So what is Mind Your Karma?
Yeah, so first of all, Mind Your Karma, as you can see here, is a beautiful space. It's a healing space, a holistic healing hub. And I've opened it pretty much a year ago in March. It was a year. And a lot of people do ask me what it actually means, Mind Your Karma, because, there's so many different ideas around what is karma. So actually, if you translate karma from the Sanskrit word into the English language, it translates as deed or action. And I found that is actually quite a nice reminder. Mind your deeds, mind your actions. So for me, the message is minding your internal actions, which is very much your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, your beliefs, your values, your memories, but also, of course, that manifests into the external world and, becomes visible as your external actions, meaning your behavior. So mind your karma basically is a reminder on that, minding your internal experiences, everything that goes on and how that reflects and manifests in your external world. So everything that happens in here, may that be, I'm a psychologist, I'm a yoga teacher, and I'm an energy healer. So everything that happens in here, in this space, is revolving around that reminder. Yeah, it's a reminder to empower people, to step into their role of empowerment.
Yeah.
It's a reminder of that truth that everyone has the self-healing capacity within themselves. Yeah, so it's a place to come and be and heal and transform, to be empowered.
So what services do you offer? You say that you're a psychologist, spiritual healing,
an energy healer.
Yeah. Reiki.
Yeah, so I do have a little bit of a Reiki background.
Yeah.
But the energy healing that I'm offering, I'd call it intuitive energy healing.
Okay.
Yeah, I have attended different trainings around Reiki, but also with other energy healers following other lineages. So what I'm doing now, I do work quite a bit with essential oils and incorporate that in the energy healing sessions that I'm offering. So it's a very intuitive healing modality that either works with actual touch or not hands-on, when around your energy field, around the physical energy field, the human body. And it's all about, again, it's a reminder actually for your own flow of energy and to bring it all in balance, to restore it or to bring attention to certain areas in your body to flow again in a harmonious, balanced way. So that's basically what energy healing focuses on. Yeah, so it is a little bit like if you use a metaphor with acupuncture, for example, they use the needle. Yeah, in order to remind the body or certain areas of the body to start flowing again. Yeah. So an energy healing is a similar approach, just without the needle. Yeah. So it is about helping your body, but also the flow of your prana. That's what they call it in yoga, your life force, to get going again and to flow in a balanced, beneficial, for your health, for your spiritual health, emotional health, and physical health.
So after that, we feel balanced. How we feel after?
Usually after an energy healing session, what clients tell me is they feel very calm, very grounded. Some use the words more together, which totally makes sense because often people come in feeling super scattered and super all over the show. Yeah, with their thoughts and with their energy. And it actually really is what happens when you're not having yourself together. You're all over the show and you have your energy all around you, and that's what makes us feel off and out of balance. So when you go for an energy healing process, you usually feel quite grounded, quite together, in, you know, more restful or resting within yourself, because you literally have your energy, that your own energy, that belongs to you. Yeah, your thoughts are energy, feelings are energy, physical sensations is energy. You know, you feel that as a physical sensation, as a certain feeling in your body. You possess it again. You know, it's kind of like reclaiming what's yours, but also leaving outside what isn't yours. Yeah? So it's basically a helper again, also to establish physical and energetic boundaries around you.
And how do we keep, after the session, how do we keep the energy there grounded? Because it's really good. I can say I can feel already that it's really good. You have that session, and after you feel good. But how to keep that sensation, that feelings? Do you have any tips?
Actually, a good question, because you know, we do a few things quite on a regular basis without questioning it. You know, such as brushing our teeth. We do that hopefully twice a day, most of us. Without questioning it. But you know, with the whole energy thing, that's actually a similar need, you know, to keep our energy and our sense of being in our bodies and being grounded in our bodies, to maintain that. So there are different ways, different tools how you can do that. I've mentioned essential oils, for example, in the beginning. So that's one tool, one modality that can help you with, because again, the oils carry a certain frequency, a certain vibration. It's again a reminder for your body to, you know, to calm, or sometimes it's also about invigorating, you know, to energize or re-energize. It depends where your energy level, where your energy is, and what your energy levels require. So this is one tool. There are various breathing, pranayama exercises. They're sometimes called breathing exercises or relaxation exercises, or even body-focused, movement-orientated exercises that can actually alter and influence your, you know, your sense of grounding. Yoga, of course, you know, yoga practices, the movement-orientated yoga practices, and meditation, which is also a yoga practice, just not a movement based. So, you know, there are different modalities. In my work as a psychologist, for example, you know, when I have one-on-one sessions, counseling sessions, we do focus quite a bit on practical tools, how to maintain or how to come back into your center, and how to establish certain practices or rituals, you know, like daily little self-care rituals into your routine, so that you can actually learn to do that for yourself.
And why is so important to be grounded? For people who don't understand what this word means.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's true.
Yeah, good question again. Actually, grounding, because there's, again, you know, like with karma, there's some, what does grounding actually mean? So essentially what grounding means for me is to be fully here and now and present in your body. So what often happens when we have learned that as little kids, as we go along life and we make experiences, and some of them may not be that pleasant, comfortable or nice, we learn to leave our bodies and jump more into our minds, and that's kind of like a protection, a coping mechanism, in order to not feel so much anymore. So basically we suppress certain internal experiences, certain internal karmas, actions that are happening. And that makes sense often in that moment, you know, when we're little, we don't know yet how to deal with, you know, a certain emotion, maybe our parents or caregivers are not really capable of showing us how to do that. So we have to quickly come up with something. Something that helps us to deal and handle a situation in a given moment. But when we kind of like keep it inside and suppress it, we trap that emotion, and it's not really kind of like it's a fragmented part of us, not really belonging to us anymore. And the more we do that, the harder it is actually to release it. We can't release it when it's trapped. You know, so we may project it, or we may keep suppressing it, and it may manifest in all sorts of ways. For some people it's more physical, you know, like tension, physical tension. For some it may be even diseases, yeah. For some it may be more mental, such as, you know, may manifest as a depression. Yeah? So what does grounded mean? So that was kind of like a long explanation. So in the end of the day, grounded means to be fully present in the here and now with everything that already is. Whether we choose to feel it or we suppress it, but it's there, right? You know, so grounding and embodying our feelings, embodying our energy, which is basically embodying our feelings, means to be fully present in our body and to realize, ooh, wow, I can feel that contraction in my chest, and that's grief that I may have accumulated over years and years and years, and I can't even remember when that was first born. If that makes sense.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's why
amazing.
it's so important. It's actually a very, very, very essential tool to know how to ground ourselves, because, you know, often, especially with, you know, we have a lot of yoga around us in the Western world, or in the world of today, and especially with those advanced yoga practices like meditative practices, can be beautiful to journey into spiritual realms and fly. But if we don't know how to ground ourselves, how to be actually in contact with the earth and our bodies, because our body is earth. Yeah, that's you know, the matter our body consists of is basically related to our earth. So if we don't know, if we love flying but we don't know how to land again and ground again, flying can be quite dangerous, and we may lose touch actually with this realm. Yeah, so that's my answer, why it's so important to know how to ground ourselves, how to be present in our bodies, and how to embody our own energy.
So that's why we need people like this, places like this, to remind ourselves.
Dancing, sorry, because I know that you love dancing. Dancing and movement is actually a beautiful practice to be more present, to learn to be more present again with our bodies, and to be more grounded and in connection, in contact with our bodies.
Talking about dance, I know that you also offer music healing or something like this. Yeah,
on people's radars because it's so effective. Yes, so we do offer sound and energy healings here, which are beautiful evenings with lovely musicians, one of them being LSC, another one is Camila Lenhardt. They're two beautiful musicians.
I know, they are beautiful.
Very multi-talented ladies.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very juicy, yummy journey for people because they get to lie down and they are in that beautiful atmosphere here and, listening to the beautiful sounds the ladies have to offer. And I go around and apply essential oils around their bodies again and energy healing as well. So beautiful healing spaces these are.
And it's more about your intentions too, or because what I was wondering if it's anybody can do it. Anybody can be a healer. If I'm not a singer, but if I'm singing, I could, like, with my intentions, I could heal somebody without having experience.
Yeah, that's when you're actually that's when you're tapping into energy as thoughts, and an intention is a certain manifestation of a thought. If your intention is healing, you can establish and manifest this thought. My intention, like a mantra, my intention is to heal, and working with focus and intention in our lives, not only as a healer or as a psychologist, but as a human being on this earth, working with focus and intention and visualization, visualizing this intention or this focus is a very powerful tool, again, also for keeping our energy clear, for keeping our focus clear, for keeping our ourselves grounded and literally together, because focus, when we have a focus, it gives us something to channel our energy into. And you probably know that saying, how does it goes along the lines, energy flows where the focus goes. And that's exactly what you were just saying. Energy goes where it flows, where the focus goes. And that's basically, that reveals so much about the power of intention. If you're clear about your intention, what you want to create and manifest in your life, that empowers you.
Yeah, that's something I try to do every day. Wake up and just say what I want for the day. And
maybe from now on you stop saying I try.
Yeah.
Because this is the power of the mind again.
Sorry.
No, but it's a habit that we all buy into. So instead of actually saying I try, because this is often what the mind does if we keep talking to ourselves like that. I try this, I try that, I try losing weight, I try to do more sports, and next is I try whatever it is. That's often what we end up doing for the rest of our lives. We keep trying. That's again the power of intention and focus. And the mind often does what we, on a subconscious level, we might not even be aware of that, but it does what we tell it to do. So we might as well choose to work. It just actually goes to show what great manifestors we are in both ways. Positive and negative.
We are very powerful.
Yes, we are. So if we powerfully tell ourselves we keep trying, that's what we're going to keep doing. We keep trying. So, just an invitation instead of I try, just, try it out and say to yourself, I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
Because all that exists is the present.
Yeah. And you will already notice how that makes a big difference, how you feel in your body, for example. The trying often is like, I try. And it more you feel more contracted. Whereas when you actually tap into, yes, I'm doing it, you tap into the resource and everything expands and just gets more open and flexible and spacious. And that's the state of that. Actually, this on a physical level, spaciousness, this like it relaxes. I feel comfortable. I feel this is when you're grounded. This is when your parasympathetic nervous system is switched on, meaning the relaxation, the rest digest response. When you feel comfortable and well in your body, and when spirit literally can move through you, when you receive, those epiphanies, those moments. This is the state of being you need to be at in order to be in contact with that and to receive that.
So between all of the things that we are saying, is any religion on it, or?
Not so much. No, not with my Yakama, and also not with myself. I'd say, if I had to give it a label, I'd say I'm going the feminine way. And that's a very intuitive, almost chaotic, but not chaotic in terms of a session or so, but it's not actually attached to something. When I say I'm following the feminine way, when I say that, it means what does feel good and what does feel right, and that's my religion. And if something doesn't feel right or good, then it's a matter of finding something different, or something that that feels actually good or right for myself, but also for for whoever I'm working with, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so anybody can come here, can feel grounded, can get the messages. So it doesn't matter the religion. No, it doesn't matter the religion, even though I'm also a yoga teacher and I'm offering yoga. But again, with the yoga, so we have, for example, every Tuesday in the evening, 7:15 p.m. we have a restorative yoga and sound healing session on at the moment, and they are very gentle, slow moving yoga sessions where it's really not about fancy crazy body postures and complex sequences. It's more about actually getting people into their bodies again and feeling the movements and syncing the movements with breath. So that they actually really get a chance to notice, is that actually a movement for me, or does my body want something completely else in this particular moment? And that's what I mean when I say I do it the feminine way. It's not only about structure and form has its importance as well, but this other ingredient I'm focusing quite a bit on as well. How does it feel in your body? How does it feel for you? Same with the oils, yes, particular certain oil, lavender, for example, might say it's calming, it's grounding, it's soothing, but it may not be for you. It may not be that for you. Yeah.
It may not be your oil.
So we have to taste.
Yeah, and tap back into our own sense of intuition. Yeah.
So what would you say to somebody that think that they're not flexible enough to do yoga?
What to say to them?
Yeah, I heard a lot when I used to teach yoga, but I'm not flexible enough to go.
Yeah, exactly that, there was another saying that I read somewhere years ago, and there was yoga is not about touching your toes with your nose. It is actually about what you learn on your way down.
Oh, that's good.
And that actually is
don't need to say anything else.
Exactly, it's about the journey.
Yeah.
And I know yoga teachers who just it's also about, it is about flexibility, but also about honoring, accepting, but also honoring our own limits and not taking them as that's something bad. And sometimes it just may be our physical limits. I know
because it can be scary for some people.
It can be, but I know yoga teachers, they've been dedicated to a very, very solid and firm physical yoga practice, and just because of their physical constitution, they will just not be able to do the split leg. And they've been practicing every day for more than 1 hour or so. So what I'm saying is it's not about that. You know, a good spiritual practice is not determined by the outer form only, and not also only for discipline. It is discipline and a little bit of structure, but it is a lot about what is actually happening inside of you. How does it feel inside of you, and what does it move inside of you?
Thank you so much. Oh my God, I could be talking to you forever and asking many questions. But I know you got appointment soon. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
I love
Camila.
your work. I love the space, and thanks for offering so many beautiful things for people, and think about what we need, and offering your gifts, what you got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Namaste.
me. Namaste. If you'd like to book an appointment or come to one of the workshops and events, just check my contact details and website below in the link, or follow my Facebook page, Mind Your Karma Retreat and Self-Development Center, which is actually at the moment the best way to keep updated about all the beautiful events and offerings that are happening here. I want to thank Mount TV again. You're a beautiful, amazing, fun team. Thank you for coming to Mind Your Karma and infusing it with your beautiful energy. And yeah, come again and visit me. Thank you.